Hi, welcome to the Coffee Chat Show here on Buzzing Potato, the show we talk about things that are happening right here, right now, as well as general news, tips, information and advice. I'm delighted joining me again. It's Rocky. How you doing, man?
How you doing, mate?
Bit of a regular on here, buddy. Bit of a regular, eh?
Yes, well.
So, what a time. I want to say this because before we're going to talk about a new sports lounge here in the Soybecow area. If you haven't found out about it, you're going to find out about it today. And come in there, guys. I've had a little wander around. I've got to be honest with you, it's nice. And I'll tell you what I love about it mostly. The breeze.
Yes,
the breeze. It's just so nice. Bar. It's so nice. I really like breeze. But anyway, before we talk about it, you may or may not know, Rocky is the owner of Carandos, was the owner of Dynamite A Go-Go, and now the proud owner of Dynamite Sports Lounge.
Sports Lounge, correct.
So, if ever there's a system where things go wrong consistently, you've had it pretty much full on.
Well, yeah. Look, I've had a bit of bad luck. A bit.
So let's go back to Carandos. Now, if you're not sure about Carandos is Soy 15. It's literally just around the corner from where we are now. I'll put a pin drop in the comments down below. If you like your pizzas, holy jamoly, you've got that nailed, mate.
Pizzas are good, yeah. We're pretty renowned for our pizzas,
Oh,
definitely.
for sure. Have you still got your pizza cart?
Yeah, got the pizza cart up and running again. Actually, just last month we were able to get a driver. So, and he's been great, you know. So he goes out every night and around the Tree Town, Soybecow area.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a good promotion for us as well.
Yeah.
Sells them by the slice, 3 for $100 or 40 baht a slice. And so he's got a hot bay marine. They keep nice and warm, and
nice,
you know, so he goes around for probably 4 hours of the night.
Does he?
Yeah, he's usually back by about 12:30, 1 o'clock, sold out.
Wow.
And then packed up.
Well, there you go, guys. So if you like your pizzas, and Rocky's history is in that side of things, isn't it?
Pizza restaurants, it's been my game back home.
That's and pizza's delicious,
yeah.
delicious. However, it hasn't been plain sailing down there. Talk about like endurance and durability. You've had roads dug up in front of you for months. You've had your roof knocked down. I mean, how'd you cope with all of that?
Looking back at it now, you can sort of you laugh and you think, geez, how? But at the time, it's just, look, we're all in the same situation in this street. You know what I mean? It was just bit of testing times in terms of the roadworks and and getting it done. So that actually damaged the front of the area and then the road.
That's right, yeah.
It's finished now, and we're still continuing with the problems. You know, they've still got flooding and they've still got cracked pipes under there. But hopefully it's going to get better, and we just got to.
How's your roof now? Because they knocked your sign down, haven't they?
They knocked the sign. I finally got the sign fixed. 3 days later is when. So that took 11 months to the day to get
11 months to
get the sign back up.
Wow.
And I was proud as punch, obviously, that day. And then I seen the construction guys. 3 days later, they literally started on the roadworks again. So, and that continued on for months again, where they had it dug up. You couldn't even basically get into the bar at some days, So, yeah, look, we pulled through it.
Yeah, brilliant.
Still there, thankfully, to our loyal customers.
Yeah.
And, expats and people that live around the condos, especially next to the bar.
Yeah.
They're really good, supportive, and sort of climb their way in or dig through the mud to,
get a free Bob the Builder hats and
it's
some
incredible
steel
watching, the stupidity of some people even just trying to cross in the most dangerous situations. How anyone didn't die, I'm surprised.
I like what you did though. You got the girls on the tractors and the diggers.
I had a little bit of fun with it.
Every opportunity, photo shoot, get them out there.
Yeah, sort of lift their morale a bit too.
Brilliant. But I'm glad things are back on track now in terms of that. I mean, obviously during that stage, you came up here and opened Dynamite A Go-Go.
Yeah, so Dynamite A Go-Go was October. Officially, we basically opened last year.
Yeah.
And it was challenging. I was very naive in terms of the workload, trying to run the two.
Yeah.
Bit of everything, bit of bad timing. Your expenses, it's just through the roof. You really need deep pockets for that. And it's opened my eyes. I envy. I've got a lot of mates that are in the industry, the go-go's, the owners, and that. And I take my hat off to them. You're dealing with 50, 60 girls, and the prices of the girls at the moment, daily rates and everything like that. It's through the roof.
Yeah.
And unless you can really sustain that, and then trying to break into that market, it's the ones that are good and have been good for a long time, even aren't doing as well as it was years ago, because the dimensions in the market have changed with it. But it was a learning curve, and it was basically the biggest relief to get out of it, because
because
of
all the stress.
Only that, yeah, the stress, the tension, you know, running the two. So coming from up there and then coming here, and I was leaving here at 5, 6 in the morning, and you know, then you're dealing with the service staff and the problems with the girls, and you know, it was a lot, causes a lot of tension, especially on, you know, the relationship as well, and basically, you know, your business partners, and you're trying to improve on it, but it was just too much. And then I actually hated the industry.
Did you?
You'd come in here and I'd feel sick in the stomach. I'd be like, you know, and I've never had that at Corando's. I've never, you know, and it was just like, it was draining, consuming.
What was the hardest part?
The hardest part was probably the girls.
Was it?
Yeah.
In respect of?
In respect of, they have got the upper hand, you know, so, and I don't blame them. You've got places paying 1,800 baht, 2,000 baht a day, you know, and a big place like this, you need 50, 60 girls to fill it.
Yeah.
You know, you do the maths. That's you know, if you're not making 100,000, you know, 120,000 a day, you're basically, if you have a couple of bad days, that adds up.
Oh,
you know,
God, yeah.
At the
That
end of
kind
it,
of outlay,
you know.
yeah.
So, but it wasn't that. A lot of, we were very good in terms of the amount of business we did have, and even if you continued with it, was great, and it could have sustained it. Then with the roadworks coming up, low season coming up, it's like, do you pull the pin, or do you just keep staying on something? And for me, I didn't see it getting any better in 6 months or a year's time, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't pull the pin as such.
No.
What you did was you've transformed this into a lovely sports bar.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Where was the thought
improvised.
with that then? Is sport a hidden passion of yours?
Look,
Do you know what,
the
try this
real
out?
the real background story is I showed up one day across the road there. I was getting a coffee.
Yeah.
And when it was the old Volare, I seen the chairs were up and it was all closed. I've always loved this location, you know. And I went back to I actually asked the lady, I said, what's happened to Volare? She goes, it's closed 2 weeks ago, he's selling the business. So, I mean, within 24 hours I bought this place because I'd always liked this location. And then I contacted my builder who helped set up Corando's, and with my business partner. Basically, the idea was try to do something a little bit different from Corando's because it being so close, but you know, something where we can entertain our customers afterwards. So bring them up at Corando's, which finishes 12, 1 o'clock. We could sort of drag them on to, you know, a go-go or a gentleman's club during the day. And that was the initial thought. And then it was just hard, gentleman club during the day, to try and get girls, especially around that timing where girls were sort of just coming back. And finding work was difficult. We had problems with the police then, where in terms that where everyone did, we didn't know whether we were closing at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. You know, so it was, everything was sort of against us at the time. So then basically, you know, this is more me. This is more my scene. But I can look back and say, yeah, I tried it. Would it have worked? Definitely, I believe it would have eventually. If I didn't have Corando's and could have concentrated solely on this, but it was just I didn't enjoy it at the end. And you know, when you don't like going into a place, that's
a big sign, isn't it?
You
That's
know,
a big sign.
so,
well, you're here now. You're here now
yes.
in the sports lounge.
Yep.
Let's talk about this, because obviously moving. I actually think you've gotten a great idea here, because we've got a lot of sports lounges in this city and some very, very good ones. However, down this area, you're pretty much, I think, unless I've got it wrong, I think you're about the only dedicated sports lounge in this area.
Yeah, look, there's a couple of restaurant types, but the main thing for me is we've got the brand new hotel, Amist, Dabua, and Nature. So, you know, I was hoping that we can cater for those, basically.
And you're on the BART bus route.
And the BART bus route. And then, you know, Corando's the same. We're directly opposite Centara Hotel, Arika Lodge, Travel Lodge. So for me, it's sort of tapping into those areas, and for us it's a corner location, so it was basically, you know, if I can tap into the hotels and it's in the same vicinity as the other bar, we can sort of play a bit off each other.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yep. So in here, I mean, obviously you've got a huge amount of TVs. I was having to wander around, like, there's lots and lots of TVs. What kind of sports do you cover? Is it mainly towards like AFL and Australian stuff? Or
no, everything basically. So at the moment, like the last couple of days, we've had customers in for the NFL, the American football, which is, you know, on early mornings as well. We're going to try cater for the UFC on the Sundays.
Oh, brilliant!
Which is why we open 8 a.m. You know, so that usually usually starts 7:30.
That's right, yeah.
This
But the
time
main
here by
card's
the
on
main
about 10,
cards
11,
and that.
yeah.
Yeah, so we've got basically all the sports covered. So I'm looking at bringing on a couple of people who are really good with the sport and the IPTVs
Fantastic.
and the True Visions and that, and to help out in that sense too. And we're going to start marketing, solely as a sports lounge with great food, and then have that same hostess concept basically towards the night time.
Oh, so the same sort of setup maybe as what you got in Corando?
Yeah, so basically the daytime's more of a restaurant,
Yeah.
sports, hub basically, and then I do have some of my hostesses, I've got some of my workers from there that want to come up, and I've got new ones
good.
that have started. So,
Good.
Look, what's better than watching sport, having a beer, and talking to a beautiful girl, and having some entertainment.
On that subject of sport, I've got a question for you, and this would determine whether we continue our interview or not.
Yeah.
You can only put one game on. It's either a Spurs game or an Arsenal game. Which game are you going to put on?
I'd have to say Spurs.
Oh, no, that's it. Right, thanks for watching, guys. I'm out of it. Really?
Unfortunately, because I think of Spurs, and I just,
No.
I remember I had a good
No.
Tottenham following back in the day.
Oh,
so,
no, right, that's going.
Premier League for me, I use a very enthusiastic, but I'm more of an
And I
AFL
thought we were
man,
friends.
so
Flip here now. Oh, well, we're not.
I don't get involved in the football politics. You're probably the worst bloke to speak to
Oh,
about
dear.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
that's all right, I'll forgive you.
Yeah.
One thing that you mentioned earlier is about your breakfast and your food. I mean, what's on your menu?
Well, we've got a breakfast menu that runs basically from 8 till 4.
Yeah.
And it's just a pick your own sort of breakfast.
Oh, okay.
In terms of your bacon and eggs and your scrambled and your standard. Then basically we've got some help options, some berry bowls, some overnight oats, and some chorizo tacos, and basically,
Nice.
a nice little menu that sort of covers everyone basically, and Thai food. And main menu of pastas,
Yeah.
risottos, a little bit of Mexican, a bit more Italian orientated, a couple of my mama's homemade recipes as well. So, that's basically, we've kept it pretty simple.
I noticed you've steered away from the pizzas. Is that because you've
Pizzas
literally got it
because
just
we've
down
got
the road?
Corandos, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I could put a pizza oven in here, but we're renowned for our pizzas at Corandos. If anyone wants a pizza here, definitely I can get one up. And
Yeah.
our kitchen's fully set up at the back. It always was, so it's good in terms of the food, and with the new chefs and everything as well. They've known the whole Corando menu. So look, even if there's something from the Corando menu, we try to change it up a little bit, so we basically don't have the same items. We've got a few items that are same, but really it's a whole new menu basically, and yeah, it allows the customers to have a bit of a choice from the
I
both.
like the idea you can pick and mix and match.
Yes. Look, there's a lot of breakfast connoisseurs in this town, as we
Oh,
know,
God,
and
yeah.
everything like that. So I'm a pretty standard bloke when it comes to breakfast. So but there's a lot of guys that
Oh, it's crazy.
So yeah, just sort of the easiest things. I don't, American breakfast, English breakfast.
Yeah.
Just pick your own. What do you want? There you go. You got a standard of four options. You can add extras on that, or have a little a la carte menu. So if you come in with a girlfriend, she just wants a piece of toast and an egg, you can have that also.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And are you going to steer into Sunday roast and stuff like that?
No. There's a lot of places that do that and do it great, what I mean? Good friend of mine, Robin Hood, down the road, Gaz.
Yeah, Gaz and
he's
Max,
brilliant, his food, everything like that.
Yeah.
They're the best at it, so why get involved? Stick to what I know. Look, later in the future, changing the menu, getting some specials and everything on, definitely yes, but I'm more into the Italian food, and basically,
Well, it's in your blood.
Yes, our
It's in
new,
your
our
blood.
new place.
And Mum would be very upset if you started leaning towards American
Well,
instead of Italian.
no,
She'd be
she's-
ringing you up saying, "Son, what's going on?"
She's pretty good. Actually, I've done some cooking with her. I just went back to Australia prior to opening up here for a couple of weeks. So it was good getting in the kitchen, cooking with her again,
I
and
can imagine,
seeing some of the old recipes come out. It was
Do you know,
good.
it's, I mean, obviously, I'm not saying I've never been to an Italian sort of family, but it always makes me grin and think to myself, because family based, very family based. It's all
Very
about the
family
food, isn't it?
orientated, definitely.
And seeing there's cooking with Mum, it's
no,
like
no shortage of food. That's,
I know-
I miss that. You open up my mum's fridge and it's like a Sunday buffet.
oh, I can imagine.
yeah,
I can
it's
imagine.
good.
In terms of here, I noticed behind you've got the pool table.
Yep.
Are you looking at entering any pool leagues or anything like that, or is this just literally for the customers and the staff? I mean, some of your staff do need a bit of work, and I was watching them earlier. They need a bit of practice.
Definitely. Something. Look, play it by ear. See how we go. So at Corando's, we only do the one night now.
Yeah.
Solely because we've got a good customer base down there, and the girls engage playing pool, everything like that. If I have a following of guys that want to jump on the pool league and come down, I'm happy to jump on a night to do the pool league. But I've already discussed with my manager down there, maybe in a couple of weeks when we're fully settled in, we might get a couple of the pool games played down here on that Monday anyway. So I'm not pushing towards it yet, solely because it's coming into the high season. I want to cater for the tourists and the expats that are here at the moment, basically. And
you mentioned about high season. One of the questions I often ask a lot of people, myself included, is where do you see high season? Do you think it's going to be a lot better than what we've had, but not as good as it used to be? Or do you think we're going to be edging to it? Because I see a lot of people saying, I can't wait to come out, Trev, I can't wait to come out, Trev.
Trevor,
but then I get
if I had a crystal ball,
oh, mate, tell me about it.
I wouldn't have set up the Go-Go before and spent all this money doing it. So look, at the moment, I just come to work every day, hope for the best, and knowing who's in town, who's not. Definitely, I see it improving and getting a little bit better. Just from going home, I've seen the prices of things back home. So that affects everything, and it affects us here because things have gone up here. But people's spending money is obviously come down as well, because instead of them doing 3 trips a year, they might do 1 trip a year. And, the flights.
Oh, flight prices! Wow.
And that's just it all adds up to basically people spending and everything as well. So, and it's a flow-on effect. We all get hurt by it, but so does the tourist as well.
I think one thing I struggle still even now is like people say to me, oh, it's empty, it's dead, it's dead. But my point being is this, is like yourself, we live here. I know that me and Rocky could go out tonight, we could go to many, many bars where we are literally probably maybe 2 or 3 customers, but we've got so many girls that are in the said areas that, why do you want to go and sit in a sausage fest?
Yeah,
I don't get that.
I think you become a creature for comfort too. Like I tend to go to my same places, and I haven't been out lately, but it's
you're stuck in here.
Yeah, so it's hard, but there's definitely more people around. There's definitely more coming. I know from the hotels. The hotels seem to always be pretty busy. As well. So things are just spread out a lot more here in Soybecow and the Tree Town and Walking Street. So you're probably not seeing it as much as what you used to years ago, but now a lot more bars, a lot more places have opened. So, but just by the flow of traffic and watching people now on the corner, just being open 2 days here, you're seeing a lot of movement.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I walk around the city a lot, and the amount of changes I can see, like hotels, new hotels being revamped up, there's bar complexes being built.
Yep.
There's so much going on for the positive. Looking forwards,
of course,
and I think even if this year, maybe if this season isn't quite as buoyant as we was hoping for, I can't for the life of me imagine that next year it won't be back to how it was, if not better, because I think there's so much nicer things available now.
Yeah, look, like I said, I wish I had a crystal ball and I could sort of say it just depends on, for us, who's in town. We've got a lot of repeat customers, Corando's, so. I've got the same guys that probably are coming, the same months each year, and it sort of makes up for it in that sense as well. And even new customers that are coming in every day. But it really is, I'm hoping for the best. Especially I've just set up another venture, so if I thought things were going the opposite way, well then
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able. Well, listen, guys, if you're watching the channel and you're in the area, it's in the Soybecow area. It's really, really easy to get to. If you're on Second Road, just walk up Soy 15 where the Avenue Mall is. Go through the Avenue Mall at the back there. Come up Soy 15. You'll go past Corando's on your right side, but up here, and come and say hello to Rocky and the team. Honestly, guys, you've got a great setup here. Really, I think you've done a great job here, mate.
Thank you, mate. Yeah.
I mean, just sitting here now, I love the fact that I'm sitting there. I can see 1, 2, 3 big areas I can people watch.
Yep.
The breeze that's coming through is lovely. I'm not the slightest bit even warm.
Yeah, well, look, if you can imagine, before we had the 4 walls with the Go-Go, so we knocked that wall in, put the bifold windows in. We've put the bifold doors in that way, and that was, you know, the idea.
Yeah.
Still got it air-conned. Basically, we can open, you know, the doors, and it's got a nice flow effect through it.
Yeah.
You know, the place looks amazing, looks great. So it's just, you know, providing that same service and getting in some good staff. I've got, you know, a good team on board now, and I've got a few more starting in the next week as
Good.
well. So,
Good.
you know, we're going to have
Facebook page?
teething problems. Sorry?
Facebook page?
Facebook page is set up under the old one, which
Okay.
we're slowly getting to now, because I've been so busy with the renovations
Yeah,
and everything. But yeah, now I'm starting to promote on that.
Good.
I'm giving the kitchen, you know, a week just to settle in, just to smooth over any teething problems, you know. Even myself now with the second place, I'm looking at, oh yeah, we need to fix this, we need
Gotcha.
to change that, you know. It's going to take some time, but
Brilliant, brilliant.
yeah.
Well, let's get that time out of the way and let's come back. Guys, come and see Rocky and the team here at the Dynamite Sports Lounge. Honestly, it's a really, really nice place. They've done a great job. Have a look at the food. I haven't had the food here, but I'll tell you now, I have had a lot of food down in Carandos, and the food quality down there is fantastic, so I can't imagine it will be any different here. So come up and pick your own breakfast. That's the nice thing I like. You can select what you want, so you're not eating stuff that you don't necessarily want to leave on a plate, but you can say, right, I want this, and all you breakfast connoisseurs, get up here, come and check it out. I'm sure you'll be delighted. It's been a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you, Trevor. Always
Thank
good
you
to
so
see
much.
you, mate.
It's been a pleasure. Guys, that's it from us today here at the Dynamite Sports Lounge. Come up, come and say hello to Rocky and the team. Come and enjoy some food. Watch all the games. I'm going to have a word with him after this because we've got to be sorting out that Spurs and Arsenal situation. That can't be going on. We've got to rectify that, mate. But all jokes aside, open times every day.
8 a.m. till 1 a.m.
8 a.m. to 1 a.m. So
It's
come
long
up
day,
here
yep.
7 days a week. And kitchen closes.
Kitchen closes at 12:30, opens 8 a.m. and kitchen closes 12:30. So just half an hour before closing, basically.
Right, there you go. So you can come up at any time and get yourself some great food and enjoy what is a lovely bar. All right, that's it from me. That's it from Rocky. Thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Have a look on Discord. I'm going to get Rocky back on their Discord and punching away, posting all the updates so you can see what's going on, see what sports games they're covering, all the stuff like that, the schedule. So have a look in Discord. And if you haven't already, check out our Instagram and our TikTok. I am going to come back later on and we'll do a couple of little Instagram and TikTok videos here as well to showcase the bits while it's actually busy and people are here, because we're here really early at the moment, just get out of the way of the customers. And if you'd like to support the channel, there's a link to our members area on buzzingpotato.com. Have a look on there on the left-hand menu. It will show you there what I can't show you on here. Okay, that's it from me. That's it from Rocky. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.